Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your Reiki micro session. This is 5 minutes of Reiki. A normal session of Reiki is 1 hour, at least a normal session of Reiki with me is an hour. So this is really just enough to give you a little taste of what maybe Reiki could possibly do for you. And so after we do 5 minutes of Reiki, we're going to follow that up with 5 minutes of questions where you can ask me about Reiki, you can ask me about psychic stuff, you can ask me about mediumship stuff. If you have a question you would like me to read on, that's fine. However, I don't do mediumship readings in this forum, so just a psychic read for a question. But for right now, let's just focus on the Reiki. We're going to do 5 minutes of that. And I want to set the intention for the Reiki for whatever will benefit each of you the most as individuals. And if you guys have something more specific you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that. What else do we need to know? If you're catching this after the actual live broadcast is over, whoops, let me turn down my phone. If you're catching this after the actual live broadcast is over, then you can still benefit just as much from the Reiki because Reiki is energy, and energy is not limited by time or by space. That's why I can sit here and send Reiki to you wherever you are in the world and it works for you. And that's also why the Reiki can come to you even after I'm done actually broadcasting here. So, having said all of that, let's get the Reiki started. Sorry about bumping the camera. Okay, so we're starting the Reiki at 16 minutes after the hour. That means we'll finish up at 21 after the hour on the Reiki. Diane, welcome back. Glad you're here this morning, my friend. Kinks and Curls, hello, hello. Glad to see you as well. Welcome back. It's a beautiful day today. I stepped outside a few minutes ago and it was just, it feels like fall's coming in. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just perfect outside. We've got a lot of energy going into base chakras today. Base chakras have to do with the idea of security. So, home, job, income, assets, relationships, family, all of that good stuff. So, whoever is getting base chakra energy, I think you can expect to notice some changes in perspective around that. And a lot of times, what happens when we change our perspective is that things around us change and accommodate that change in perspective. It's a really cool thing. We've also got a lot of Reiki energy today going into feet, which have to do with finding your mission or your purpose. Now, this can be for big picture. This can be, what's my mission in life? This can be, what am I going to do today? Just as easily. Did you? Did you? Glad to hear that. A lot of people who are more sensitive can actually feel the Reiki coming out to them. People who are not accustomed to paying attention to energy many times won't even notice. Oh, those are two really big changes in your base, in your security. Moving is huge. Going to college and upgrading your worth in the marketplace is huge. Both of those are huge regarding the base chakra. Mm-hmm. Yep, career as well. All of that is base chakra oriented. La da 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 da. I've also got some energy going into the crown chakra as well right now. And the crown chakra has to do with our connection with the divine. This is going to be something that changes your perspective on your connection with the divine, probably even changes your connection. Good, good. Remind me where you are again, Kinks. La da da da. La da da da. We've got about 2 more minutes left on the Reiki. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba da da You'll make it happen. You get to decide. I know a lady. She's a good friend of mine. She went to nursing school as a single mom with 6 kids. 6 kids. And she used to have to do labs that were like 2 hours away from home or an hour away from home. Anyway, a long ways away from home. And so she would work. She would go in and do labs. And when she would get done with work, she would go home and she would pick up the kids. She would go in and do labs. The kids would stay in the car and they would sleep in the car. Mom would come out when she was done and they would sleep in the car, spend the night there. And then, because sometimes her labs, I guess, were on the weekends. And so then she would have them in the car, go in and do her lab again the next day and come back out and go home. Now, I'm sure that they had, a park or somewhere nearby to play, but they still remember that. They remember that mom was trying to make herself better, and that's just how the family pulled together. You're in Louisiana, medical assistant. Gotcha. And the big kids looked out for the little kids, and they would have hot dogs or lunch meat and sandwiches, and that's how they worked it. So, I mean, knowing her really brought home to me, especially hearing her kids talk about that now that they're in their 30s, really brought home to me. You just, when you want something bad enough, you just do whatever it takes to get it done. And it really helps if you have support. Okay, that's the Reiki. Let's wrap that up. All right, let's go into questions. Yes. I mean, if she could make changes, anybody can make changes. That couldn't have been easy. Single mom of 6 kids, 7 kids, whatever it was, wasn't getting any kind of support, had to feed them all by herself, knew she had to do better, just did what she had to. All right, so timer set. What are you guys' questions today? Who wants to ask about what? Okay, there's a big one. How will court go this afternoon? I like it. Nice, meaty question. La da 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 da. Well, you're not going to be very happy with it. It looks like it's going to be moved. It's going to be moved. You're going to have to come back at another time. And it may be moved because you're the only one there. It might be that your lawyer isn't there. There's something about being a hermit that shows up here. Excuse me. Don't make your lawyer be the hermit. You be the hermit. You have to show up. Okay, Kingston Curls wants to know, will she get into LSU for medical technology during the year 2021? La da da. La da da. La da da. Oh, baby. Yes. Emperor, you're taking charge of this situation. You're making it happen. Temptation. Will there be temptation to not do it because it'd be easy to not do it? Absolutely. Do you have the 4 of air? You have it, and it's in reverse, which means you may kind of take a break from this idea, but you will be coming back to it. And you've got the 3 of fire. This is long-term plans for you. And you've got justice in reverse. So this is saying that you won't actually finish this during 2021, which I'm taking to mean you won't be graduated yet, but you will be in the process. In the process. Anybody else have a question? There's 2 other people in the room who have not asked questions. The silent watchers so far. We have lurkers. They don't know what to think of me. They're just trying to figure it all out. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. This is the best way to test me at no charge. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. Is to ask a question here. You ask me a question anywhere else, you're going to have to pay. It's a 4-year program. Gotcha. Well, you'll be starting on your way with that justice in reverse. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da. Long-term plan. Yeah, that plays out a lot. You can see a lot of that in the cards. You're quite welcome. I'm still waiting to see if somebody else is going to ask a question before my timer goes off. Don't want to leave ahead of time. Vanessa. Oh, gosh. You're multitasking. Do you have a question for me before my timer goes off, Ms. Vanessa? No drama. Welcome back. Glad to see you here. Do you have a question for me before the timer goes off? Oh, gotcha. So that's why you're lurking. I get it. Not sure how much longer is left on the timer. Look at that. 10 of Earth. This is our card of the day. Today is a satisfying, prosperous day. Today is a good day to meditate on what does it feel like to be prosperous. La, da, 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 da. What do you want to know? No drama. Ask a question. Ask me a specific question. How will it go for her tomorrow? How will it go for Vanessa tomorrow? I don't know exactly what it is, but Spirit does. We're going to find out. That was the timer, by the way, so that's going to be the last question that I answer today. How will it go for Vanessa tomorrow? Are you doing a job interview? What are you doing? Okay, so, ha. This is actually your morning routine. You've got the 4 of Earth. You're going to do your normal, steady, same old morning routine whenever you start the day. You've got the 5 of Water, which talks about there's going to be something that's going to be a little bit disappointing for you, or you're going to be thinking about something that has you a little disappointed. But you have lots of communication coming in later, back and forth, back and forth. 8 of Wands is communication back and forth really quickly. And more towards afternoon or evening, you're going to be happy, happy, happy. You've got the Sun card showing up, which not only talks about happy experiences, it also talks about clarity coming in. There's truth that you're going to be understanding. And the 9 of Water, feeling happy and fulfilled by the time you lay your head on the pillow. That's going to be how it goes for you tomorrow. Hope that makes sense for you. No drama. Will your workload increase soon? Let's find out. This is going to be the real last question of the day. La da da da. You were probably still typing when the timer went off. We're going to count that as a question. La da da da. La da da da. What are we asking? Will her workload increase soon? Oh, the first card that you get, I don't know if you can read this, it says patience. Probably not soon. Oh, you're very smart. Yeah, you've got somebody that you're working with that's very smart too. Okay, so be patient on expecting this workload to increase. Patience doesn't say that it's not going to, but it says it's not going to necessarily as fast as you want it to. Okay? Next, Queen of Air, you've got a good head for business. You know how to be very logical about things. Transformation in reverse, nothing is changing yet. Transformation in reverse means nothing is changing yet. There's a stubborn refusal to change going on is actually what's happening. And you've got the King of Airs. This is somebody really smart who I was going to say you work with. It's so funny. I kind of moved the card to look down because the other card actually collaborates this. But this is somebody else. This is going to be a male counterpart probably, who is also highly, highly intelligent. And you're going to end up collaborating with this person. I think what's happening is right now there's not any movement in this situation because the two of you haven't started collaborating just yet. So be patient. Once the two of you start collaborating better together and working and gelling more together, then your workload will pick up. Right now, y'all aren't really gelling together that much. La, da, da. Your husband, gotcha. Well, you're probably gelling, but maybe not on the work thing. You guys have to be pointed in the same direction at the same time to make this happen. Okay. All right, guys, I think I've gotten into enough trouble here. Those of you who have other questions or if you would like a live reading, you can find out how to do that on my website. That's in the description box below. Those of you who would like to have a full-on 1 hour of Reiki energy flowing straight to you that you don't have to share with anybody else, you can find out how to do that at my website below as well. So, yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say. Everybody have a fantastic day. And if I don't see you for a private between now and then I'll see you all back on the next video. Peace out.